Okay, now that you've had a chance to kind of look at problem 2 and then the 4 problems here, I'm just going to kind of go through those pretty quickly. Hopefully you tried them and had a chance to look at the formula that we went over. So the first part here is tell whether this sequence is arithmetic. If it is, what is the common difference? So what we want to do is look for a pattern, and if it's arithmetic, it has to have a common difference. So they all have to be going up or down by the same amount, basically, each time. So in this problem, the first two are going up by 7, but then 22 to 30 is actually going up by 8. Well, that is not an arithmetic sequence because it has to go up by a constant rate, a constant pattern. So my answer here, is this arithmetic? No. And because there is not a constant difference. So we can't really write a formula if there isn't a common difference there. So now looking at 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're going to use that explicit formula. So in each one, what I like to do, I'll make this a little bit bigger here, is I like to identify what values are in. So we're trying to find the 10th term in the pattern. So they're all going to have n equals 10. We're going to have to find the common difference. And then, of course, the first number in the pattern, which is A1. So in this case, the first number is 3. N is 10, and then we're trying to find, okay, what is happening each time in the pattern. So in this one, it's going up by 7. So 7 is going to be my D, my common difference. So now I have everything I need to write my formula. So in this one here, we have A of 10. We're always going to use 10 for these values, equals the first number in the pattern plus 10 minus 1, because that's n minus 1, and then times the common difference, which in this case is 7. So that's what you would do basically for 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. You would identify, well, n, which is always going to be 10 for this case. You identify the common difference, and then the first term in the pattern, which in this case is 8. And then you just do the same thing, plug those into the formula. So in number 3, I'll go ahead and do that one. It's going down by 6 each time. So -6 would be our common difference. So my formula would be, again, A of 10. This time our first value in the pattern is 8 plus 10 minus 1. If you want to just put 9 there, because for our purposes, it's always going to be that. And then -6 here. And we would do the same thing over here. Identify the common difference and the first number in the pattern. And then we just continue doing that for all 4 problems. So this one's going to be -4 plus 10 minus 1 times the common difference, which in this case is 5. It's going up by 5 each time. And then the last one here, A of 10. The first number in the pattern is 55 plus 10 minus 1. And then the common difference is 11. So it's going down by 11 each time. So we'd multiply that by -11. So then at that point, all we need to do is plug those in to our calculator or use order of operations. Make sure you do parentheses and multiplication before you do addition. Always want to have that order of operations in the back of your mind, okay? So we should end up with number 1 here, getting 66 for our 10th term in the pattern. Number 2, we should end up with 41 for the 10th term in the pattern. Then number 3, we're going to end up with negative 46. And then number 4, you should end up with negative 44. So you want to check those, make sure that you're getting those answers, make sure you're using order of operations correctly, because that can be a little tricky. Parentheses, then multiplication, then the addition. That's kind of the order how you work those out. And a lot of times the calculator will do it for you, but I tend to not trust calculators as much because sometimes I feel like they mess up on the negative signs. If you don't put that in parentheses on the calculator, it will mess up eventually with the sign. So it's just important that you know and are aware that the calculator may not always be 100% correct because it's only as good as the user. Okay, so that's all we have for this lesson today. So next is to go to the website and find the assignment and get going. Okay, guys, see you later.